Hello everybody, it's Lash, and I would like you to meet my little baby reindeer. Now, doesn't Sophie look like kind of a little bit of a rabbit feet? She's got a cute little reindeer face and a little doggy face, but sometimes she looks like, I don't know. Anyways, I wanted to talk about baby reindeer today because everybody's talking about it. My screen's dirty, just one sec. Well, it's not dirty, it's very bright out today. Wow, that is light. Whew! That is light. Okay, so, baby reindeer. What's the scoop? Well, here's the scoop. Richard Gadd wrote the movie or the Netflix series Baby Reindeer. And then Piers Morgan interviewed the real Martha, but he loves to stir the pot. So now he's talking about how okay, how can I explain this in an articulate manner? Everybody has seen Baby Reindeer. If you haven't seen about it, you've probably heard about it. It's about Richard Gadd, and he's stalked by a woman named Martha. And the real controversy is about this is the fact that the very beginning title says, this is a true story. So what? And then Piers Morgan was going on about how Netflix, sorry, I just took a shower, but I wanted my hair to dry, and I'm going out today, and I just have to do my hair and my makeup, but I wanted to say this. So Piers Morgan is always stirring the pot. You saw the interview with Baby Reindeer, or Martha, the real Martha. I think her name is Ruth, and Piers asking questions. She was, in my opinion, I didn't watch any behavioral shows because I watched them so often in the wheelchair that I could almost be a face whisperer myself. My mother makes faces that I don't know where they come from. And my mother will say, no, I don't mean it like that. It's just my face. I said, no. Those are micro expressions, Mom. You don't understand. I've watched Spidey and the body language guy, and I don't watch the behavioral panel anymore. I really like Mark Bowman though. But here's the point. Piers Morgan is now saying, and she's saying, that she was never in jail, and that internet sleuths found out who they were, and Netflix did do the best job they could hiding who people were. Now, when I write, and I'm in the middle of writing a story about me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it has to be the only one for me and you is you and me, so happy together. So, does Netflix have a responsibility in this or not? Did Richard Gadd lie? Does he have the right to say that he doesn't want to respond anymore to these accusations that he's lying about her? Has anybody ever heard of records becoming expunged? Or because it was a movie, maybe Netflix, to research it, they sealed. You don't know what people do with documents, but for her to say that she's going to sue Netflix because she didn't do those things, and everybody's saying, oh, this is based on a true story. Here's my question. What about documentaries? When somebody says it's a documentary, it's supposed to be a real story. But every time there's a documentary on Netflix, people are always nitpicking about what's real or what's not. Just like Leaving Neverland. How could anybody think that Wade Robson and James Safechuck were actors? How? How could anybody doubt? And the Jackson estate is so powerful. I feel so bad for those guys that they didn't win. And I'm sorry that Martha was ill, or this woman had an illness. We all have illnesses. None of us are perfect. It's a very nuanced series. It's a true story for him. He had facts in it. Tons of facts. There were recorded conversations, 118 letters, 80,000 emails or something, 40,000 emails, something crazy. And the way she would attack him, there would have been witnesses and so on. So they're making semantics, in my opinion, out of this is a true story. It's like when Cheer Denise was reading Lady Colin Campbell's book about Diana. How does Lady Colin Campbell know this is all true through royal cousins and quotes? Because all people have different perceptions. So everybody get over themselves. Who cares? And if it's a real atrocity, then do something about it if you don't like it. You know? I get tired of people whining about things and not doing anything. And so why didn't Netflix or the royal family or anybody sue Netflix and Harry and Meghan for lying on that docuseries? A docuseries is supposed to be the truth. And it turned out to be a bunch of malarkey. How could anybody even compare what this man and this trans woman and baby Reindeer go through? Richard Gatz, Martha, and Terry, the main characters. And why did that woman go on Piers Morgan? And she started off with, I know you've had controversies yourself, but you know, I know that is such a manipulative thing to say to him. Controversies himself? You mean when he walked out of Good Morning Britain because Meghan Markle wanted him to apologize? Well, I didn't get an apology. That's why I'm walking from Beamsville to Ottawa, and I'm going to film it on YouTube. And if that doesn't bring attention to the issue, the systemic issue in Canada, which you all know about and I'm not talking about anymore, then at least I can say that I tried everything, and then I'll shut up. But just talking and talking and talking, like, go do something about it. Go sue them, Martha or Ruth. Go sue them. Prove that you weren't in jail. And who cares if you were? People have been in jail for lots of things. It's a very sad story all the way around, quite frankly. And in my opinion, they both needed each other. I thought it was nuanced. It was excellent. It was beyond excellence in writing. I thought it was great. This is a true story. I could see how they could take some dramatic liberties, but it was true. So I don't know what everybody's making a big deal about. I really don't. Except this man's bravery to relive that trauma. But let me tell you something, because I heard another commentator say, why would somebody want to relive that trauma? Well, when they made something about Maya, which I was talking about yesterday, and the mother was accused of having Munchausen by proxy, and Maya's mother is no longer with us, That was a documentary on Netflix. A true story. But they can't expose the big people with the money. And he could be more ashamed of, like, I'm not surprised they're not going after who the person who hurt Robert Gadd was. And then at the end of the movie, toward the end of the series, when the father said, you know, Richard Gadd was explaining to his parents what happened. And his father said, "Do you look at me like I'm not a man?" "No. What you talking about?" "I was a child in the Catholic Church." Oh, I don't know what to say. And these fathers that always shook hands, hugged. So it was a ride, but at the end, he found peace. I hope that woman finds peace. And I loved the transgender woman. She was great. And I don't think she was transgender in real life, though. She was beautiful. And I'm not saying oh my God. See, I just put my foot in my mouth. I didn't mean it like that. But I'm sorry. Caitlyn Jenner, who used to be Bruce Jenner, is now a woman. I don't understand that. I don't understand it. But there is truth in that, because did anybody watch The Danish Girl? He was the first known, like, transgender person. Or not transgender. He felt like, he was a man, born a man, but felt like a woman. And his wife, and that was a true story. But did anybody go after any of those people? Because, well, most of them are past, of course, because that happened in Denmark in the early 1920s and 30s, I think. It could have been later. All I'm saying is everybody just calm their jets. I have watched the Piers Morgan interview got so many views. It was unbelievable. The whole world is talking about it. So my little video is 12 minutes and 42 seconds. So take care of yourself. I will do the same. And don't forget, this is the rap community. And what does rap mean, Sophie Ann? It means, sit, darling, welcoming, respecting aspects of all people, Sophie Ann, and of all doggies, all